Where are we being forced to go? Dr. Robert Cassar, eartheracademy.com. Rethinking reality. Okay, here we go. Now, where are we being forced to go? Let's think about that. When we're children, remember, we're forced to go to a lot of places. Forced to go to church, right? You're forced to go to school. You're forced to maybe even go to bed because you've been a bad boy. Okay? And as we get older, well, sometimes we're not forced to go anywhere. We're coerced to go. And that's a whole different story. But where are we being forced to go right now as a collective species is what we should talk about. But as we get older, as you know, we're forced to go to work, right? Why? To make a living, to see if we can make some moon eye, right? Some one eye, the mono eye, mon eye, one eye. So where are we being forced to go is always a good question as we start to gain more consciousness or start to gain more awareness. But where are we being forced to go right now? We've got the cornholio virus. We're being forced to go to our homes right now like bad people. Like go to your bedroom, right? Go to your room. You've been bad. You've been bad boy. So where are we being forced to go? Well, we're probably going to be forced to go into some type of, as we've been understanding, well, we already know we've been forced to go to get into quarantine, and what's the next level of that? Remember, we're forced to go into this social distancing, keep 6 feet apart from each other, and that doesn't really make any sense anyways, because supposedly if this so-called virus, which of course we know that viruses aren't even alive, but let's just say that this really super small, tiny little virus, well, that can go through your mask, go into your eyes. You know, if you stay that 6 feet apart, then maybe the boogeyman, right? The invisible boogeyman won't get you. So what are we being forced to do? Where are we being forced to go? Okay, remember, these are all questions. When you're forced to do something, you're either forced, well, into saying do it, or they have to go ahead and actually covertly or overtly, okay, this is the way force works. Covertly means we're going to tell you what we're going to do, and you're just going to do it whether you like it or not, right? Like military martial law. Okay, you will follow these rules, these ideas, concepts, disciplines, and all these things, because this is what the law says, the military martial law. MM, turn that sideways, right? 33. And then when you're into medical martial law, then that's sort of like we recommend. Okay? And of course we'll still fine you and get you in trouble and shame you and everything, but it's more of a fear tactic. Medical martial law, remember, you are overtly being pushed to hunker down in your own house, to stay in your own place. Okay, so, you know, again, coerce is something that we as nothing likes to be coerced, but if we are coerced and pushed into something, then a lot of times the only way we'll follow directions if we are in fear, because a lot of times we don't like to be forced into anything. We don't. And if we're forced into anything, then all we can do is sometimes bite like a dog because we're cornered and we don't like that. So where are we being forced to go? Probably, if every control system wants to get its way, remember, they want to vaccinate you. Okay, remember, look up in gematria. Okay, gematria is a way to be able to take words and see their significance in numbers. And so a lot of the main players, okay, are, well, adding up to the numerology of 33. So when we look at, like, well, let's just look at Clinton, right? Put him into the numerology. There's Chaldean numerology, Pythagorean numerology, simple Jewish, okay? There's a lot of different codes of gematria. But if we just take like Clinton and put it in, what does his name come to? Remember, 33. What is the 33 significant of? Do you know that, guys? Remember, 1/3 of the angels were kicked out of heaven, right? Like it says in the Bible. So those groups of people would be, 1/3 of those would be out of 100, right? 33.333. So 33% of those beings were kicked out of heaven, and those are the fallen angels, right? So let's just see the symbology here. Okay, no one knows really what's going on, but it's a coinky-dinky that a lot of these different people that we sometimes look up to, like Tesla, 33, Kennedy, 33, Alex Jones, 33. Wow. How about Bill Gates, 33? Okay, I know, it's coinky-dinky, right? So when you start to go ahead and look and see all the symbology of the 33, you can see how Hawaii is 33, Anaheim 33, okay? And where's Anaheim? Well, that's in California. And what's there? Okay, Disney World, right? 33. And look at Disney's, as we said before, logo. Okay, see if you can find the 3 6s in there. We said this on the last video. Okay, see if you can find the 3 6s in Heineken beer, right? Heineken, flip it upside down, and then you've got the star on top, right, with Heineken. And when you flip it over, you'll see the 3 6s, and you'll see the inverted pentagram. So, you know, GE, the 3 6s in GE, right? So, where are we being forced to go? Well, first of all, like I said, done lots of different rethinking realities just for you to rethink reality. So the prison right now is really showing itself to us. And I'm looking at electrical wires that are running along this road here. And that is our invisible prison. Because if they shut those wires off, right? Let's say if the people get out of range, okay, get out of hand, and they start revolting because they can't go to the beach, even though going to the beach would be the best thing if there was some type of a flu. Okay, what does the sun do? It sanitizes you. Okay, yeah, keep your social distance to keep in law, but nope, they don't want you even fishing. They don't want you going to the beach. How about going in the ocean? What do you think? The salt water is going to hurt you? You're going to think you're going to catch something there? So a lot of the things that we're being forced into, the people are now sort of scratching their heads and go, WTF, mate? Okay, WTF, mate, this don't make no sense. Nuh-uh. And the longer that people stay in this so-called quarantine, the longer that, well, people get a chance to maybe start to contemplate. And they don't want you really getting together in groups, okay, of anything more than 10 people, I guess. Okay, not even to travel more than 2 people at a time. So, if, you know, anyways, you get a group together there, maybe it's because they don't want you to have critical thinking and start bouncing things off each other and say, what do you think about this crazy shite, right? What about this and what about that? So where are they forcing us right now to go? Well, nobody really knows, but we have sort of an idea because the cage, the gilded cage right now is starting to show its borders. Okay, it's starting to show its rules. It's starting to show that we, of course, don't really have the life of this freedom that we had previously. And now we're sort of too dumb to understand freedom. But once we get held up for a little while longer in our houses and start getting more stir crazy, then we start to understand freedom is because we're actually feeling this breakdown, this feeling of going crazy, sitting in a box, right? It's like sitting in a prison cell. But this prison cell is your house. And if you're told to stay there, then it becomes a prison cell. But when you come to your house, if you're just going there and you can leave whenever you want to, then your house is your house. But when you're stuck there and all you can do is watch the blue light television, the blue light computer, okay, and the blue light pulse technology, of course, is another mind control program. So what we have right now, we're being forced into doing a lot of things right now. Forced into hoarding food. You're in fear, doubt, and uncertainty. So the only thing you can do is run in, again, fear, right? False evidence appearing real, and fear, F-E-A-R, frick everything and run, and that is an energy. We just put out a little video before on Rethinking Reality of fasting from the demonic realm. Okay, do you believe that there are demonic energies here that cause us to suffer, to sin, to have sorrow, sadness? Okay, under this society of you can call the spell. Okay, sort of this satanic place that, of course, has massage parlors on every corner. It has liquor stores on every corner. It has drugs on every corner, right? Walgreens and everything selling you petrochemicals, okay, to be able to give you what you need to run your, as they call it to us, short and pointless lives, right? So, where are they forcing us to go? Again, nobody knows. But we can see that wherever we're being forced to go right now, none of us want to go there, because nobody wants to be forced to go anywhere. Hey, they got guys on the side of the road here. Yo, baby, yo, selling fish. Oh no, for sale. There we go. Pastels. Guys selling pretzels over there too. They got the whole, got about, oops, it's all illegal. They got about 15 cars on the side of the road there. All right, anyways, where are we being forced to go? Okay, we're not being forced to go to school anymore, right? Because they kicked you out of school. We're not being forced to go to work anymore. It's because they kicked you out of there too. So, it's sort of like this backwards sort of world that we're living in now, is because what we used to have at our fingertips is been taken away from us one day at a time. And you notice just over the last month, the reversal of our freedom has really, well, I mean, you should be astonished, you should be amazed, okay, at how fast all they had to do was say, do this, and everybody, of course, did it. Didn't have to fire a shot. Remember, this is World War IV right now. It's a silent war, silent weapons. Okay, what was World War I? Okay, World War II. You know what those are, right? A lot of guns, a lot of shooting, gas, shooting gas, fire, and everything else. Okay, bombs and all of the different things. And remember World War II. What about World War III? When did that start? World War III was 9/11, right? 9/11. Okay. And of course, everybody sort of forgot about that, but there's a lot of people still talking about it's not a hoax, but it's basically, a lot of unanswered questions that go along with free-falling buildings and just a lot of stuff that doesn't make any sense. And of course, World War IV right now is a silent war. Okay, remember, you got 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G. Now you got 5G. And it's sort of coinky-dinky that everybody that's getting so-called sick, the first round of this sickness, right, of whatever you want to call it, the cornholio virus, whatever you want to call it, okay, started in the first city in China, Wuhan, right, that was all 5G. Yeah. And you look at all the other places, okay, remember 5Gs are in all the hospitals. They're in a lot of the, military's been using 5G for a long time. And what is 5G? Well, it's a military grade, okay? You can call it weapon, but a military grade of tool. And these millimeter waves, okay, no one really knows, but what we've found out is that the oxygen absorption to 60 gigahertz, right, is well, maybe why a lot of people can't breathe well. And if you put on a mask on your face, I see people in the store, I'm just going there right now, but I see people in the store and I see these older people and they're like, they're huffing and puffing because they can't breathe through their mask. Okay, guys, all I can tell you is that if you really think that that's going to help you, then you keep wearing those masks. Okay, remember the surgeons wear them for one reason only, so they don't drip their spit and cough on the open wounds when they're working on people. And people that are in construction use those types of filters to be able to not breathe a bunch of particulate dust. But when you start talking about micron size range, supposedly these critters, right? This type of thing that, a virus is it alive? Is it dead? What is it? Okay? What is it? That's the question. Whoa. Hold on a second. This guy almost backed me up here. All right. There we go, brother. Hold on. You have to look and see where you're going before you back up into me. Okay, so now I'm in Hilo town, and all I'm doing is looking at boarded windows here. Yep. So, and people sitting on the side of the road over here, homeless people, sitting on the cement. And again, they're tougher than I am. So, let me get this off the rack here. Okay, so, where are we being forced to go? It's a good movie right now, isn't it? Because the movie that we're being shown now is something that is like we would pay to go and see at the theater, and just sort of think that my eyes are the television screen, because everywhere I look, okay, as I can see right here, look, boarded up windows. Okay, and more people are boarding up their windows as the days go by. Boarded up windows down there, okay, and everybody's closed. Closed. How long can these stores stay closed? You can see the people sitting on the side of the cement over there. Okay. Yeah. How long can these stores stay closed? That's the big question. So, anyways, there's a battlefield on the mind right now. It's the mind that's actually not your pocketbook, guys. It's your mind that's being pressured. Feels sort of weird to feel my beard now. Got about almost 3 months now. Okay, it's starting to turn into the billy goat now. Yeah, I can start to pull it now. Check that out, man. So, again, life is, as we've said many times, it's a series of choices. But right now, your choices are very narrow and slim. Because what can you do? Remember, you're told not to be able to do a lot of things right now. You're being forced into submission, is what you're really being forced into. Okay, because this is the whole theme of this video, is where are we being forced to go? Submission is number one. And you're also being forced to, maybe some people would say, go to, Hell, or being forced to go to heaven, right? Okay, enough. I'm going to go ahead and go get a few things. But where are we being forced to go? There's a lot of good channels now that are, trying to help us sort of figure out what's going down. Where are we being forced to go is the number one question that we all need to ask ourselves. Okay, and that's one of the number one things that we should be looking into everything that's being told to us, is where are we being forced to go? And I'm watching these people, the homeless people on the side of the road here, all smoking cigarettes. They're all super nervous. They're like on some type of methamphetamine, some type of amphetamine. They're all like snapping and looking around real fast and shaking their heads. And she's really moving it. One girl oh yeah, man, she's getting me nervous just watching her. Just, but at least she's not talking to herself. And the one lady that's actually usually talks to herself, she's just sitting down by herself. And the old Vietnam vet guy, he's shaking his hand like this the whole time. Hi. Poor people. And there's not a person, like I said, around right now. Not a person. So, all right. I come into town and I feel sad, is because I feel like all of a sudden everybody is like they have all this it's like a ghost town, you know. There's a few cars, but all the stores and everything is closed. And like I said, look, you see people carrying their bags. That guy's carrying his whole house around right there. Okay, I see these guys all the time. You know, and again, I always ask the question, why aren't the churches doing what they're supposed to be doing? Healing the sick, right? And raising the dead, right? That's what the church's theme is supposed to be. Heal the sick and raise the dead and feed the poor, clothe the poor. Yeah. Okay. Again, when I come in here, I get scrambled too from all of the Wi-Fi. See, we're being forced to also get into the Wi-Fi, Y-gig, the 5G system. And why do you need faster downloads? How about there's a system here that wants to make sure that you are under surveillance 24 hours a day. Remember, 5G is sort of like computerized graphics. It's like me being able to see anywhere I want to at any time. Okay, for the person that has the 5G, this, you know, this surveillance system, and what a cool tool, right? To be able to keep an eye on everybody, as long as you live in the wireless technology, then we can keep an eye on you through facial recognition, through pretty much every type of, you know, way to be able to say, you know, you carry your smartphone with you. What do you think your smartphone is? That's your tracking device, right? Look at all these people, man. They're just smoking up away, man. Smoking these filthy cancer sticks. At least, you know, anyways, I'm not going to say anything. Poor people. Again, mental battlefield. And, you know, you can see a lot of the people that are veterans, they're tweaked, man. They're broken. It's because of whatever drugs. Now that lady, she's starting to sleep on the cement right now. She's had her smoke, and now she's going down right in front here. Remember, we're right on the front boardwalk. No shame. It tells you how bad people's minds are. At least you could go ahead and hide yourself instead of sleeping on the ground. And you feel that bad to be able to lay down in the day? Okay? I mean, you got to feel bad to be able to lay down in the cement in front of people. And this guy's just puffing that cigarette, man. He's just going like this. He's super nervous, man. Yeah, you're getting down to about, you're almost at the filter there, brother. Watch it. Okay, enough psychobabble here. So, again, where are we being forced to go? Nobody knows. But all I can tell you is that where it's leading us right now is away from where we used to be. So, okay, aloha, guys. And again, I come here and I've been happy all day, and I feel sort of like sad when I come here. There's an energy here. I can feel it in my head. I got a headache already. Whatever they've done to the city here, they've really turned up the volume of all of this. You know, this guy looking in the trash can here. Jesus. Hi. Poor guy. Looking in the trash can for food. And, you know, whatever's happening in the air right here too, I mean, I feel right now, my friend Mark told me the other day too, he says whatever they've done to the city, okay, because we don't live in any of this wireless crap, okay, and when you get into it, like right now, I feel like all of a sudden like I'm on like free line Xanax or something, just freaking washed out, sedated. Okay, just not feeling good. makes your brain scrambled, so you can't have critical thinking. You can't think. All you're doing is just like you're stoned all day long with the on this wireless. So anyways, okay, we'll see you guys. Aloha. We'll see you on the next Rethinking Reality. Aloha.